One of the big time killers with creating shows for our house is finding the assets, finding the textures for the walls and the pictures for the various things I want to add to the house, and finding videos. That takes a lot of time. So I've been on kind of a kick lately, taking pictures of cool things that I'm seeing. And as I'm finding cool things, I was looking at how I can prep it so that I can reuse it in projects more easily. So this video is going to show you how I do it in After Effects. And then I'll probably do a separate video on some of the other ways I do to prep files for projection mapping. So I've been snapping all these pictures of cool places. Like we went to Evermore Park in Pleasant Grove, Utah. That's some amazing ones. Also Disneyland, when we went to Disneyland, they had such amazing detail. And so I've been on kind of this texture kick in particular. It was one of the topics that I covered when I spoke at the Trans World Halloween show on projection mapping. It's also a video for another day, but as I'm finding these cool textures, like look at this one. It's got this multicolored brick, and it's got the wood and the rock pathway. It has straw stucco with these bricks sticking out. Like so many cool things that I would love to use for my projects. So this video is going to look at how in After Effects to take an image, prep it a little bit, and then export it out to a transparent image that you can use in all your projects. So I've got a bunch from Evermore. I've got some really cool pictures like this. Maybe we'll start with this one. This is a beautiful door that I took a picture of. And so let's throw that image into After Effects, and we'll prep it a little and then be able to use that in our projects. So I'm going to create a composition, and I like to create my compositions where possible. I like to have them all at 1920 by 1080, so I have that consistency across the board. In this case, though, my image, the door is vertically oriented, so I might cheat a little and actually do this one as a 1080 by 1920 so that it's vertically oriented. And then let's grab my door, put it down in here, and we'll scale that down until it just about fills the space in my composition. And then we'll mask this out. I'm not going to do crazy detailed on this because I don't want to bore you while I'm doing mask. So I'll be more meticulous when I do this later, but let's get a rough mask around this door. There we go, something like that. Now, I can scale that up a little more if I want to make sure it's filling as much space as possible. And if I wanted, I could also adjust the angle a little bit by using the corner pin effect. It's just a little bit wider at the bottom than it is at the top because of the angle I took the picture. So we can adjust that just a bit to make it a little more square. Although in this case, it might end up being more trouble than it's worth, but that'll do. All right, so now I basically have a transparent background and really cool door, and I corner pinned it. If I want to, I could add effects to it, but this one's pretty clear. I'm not going to add any effects. I will do that later on as I'm creating and designing shows, that particular look and feel. And now I could just also put this in a pre-composition, and then I'd be able to use it throughout the project. But I think I'm going to start this library of different assets, sconces and doors and snowmen and wreaths and whatever else I can think of that I might want in my library. So I'm going to save this out. And usually in After Effects, you're saving out to a video file, but you can save just a single frame. And we can do that by going to Composition, and then go to Save Frame As, and then File. And that'll open up the render queue, but it's going to be just for the single frame instead of a whole video. And so if we come to Current Settings and click on Photoshop, And then under format, I'm going to change that to PNG. Doesn't matter that it says sequence since we're doing just a frame. If we did it through the normal way of rendering, then it'll create a whole bunch of images from the frames, but this is just a single frame. And then if we have on channels, if we have RGB plus alpha channels, what's going to make it transparent for us to use. And click OK. In this field right here, we'll give it a name. Door. It's an awesome door. Awesome door. And then click render. Single frame, so it's super quick. Go look at our door here. Voila. We have a reusable door that we can use. And I can put that into my project here. If I want to use that door, there we go. Transparent background. So it's kind of a, and I know you can do this in Photoshop and a bunch of other tools too. But if you're already in Tool and know what effects you want to apply and know how to do it, then this is how you can save a single frame. Now I'm thinking of doing this. I'm going to be doing this anyway, collecting these assets. And so let me know in the comments or send me a message if you'd be interested. I'm thinking about putting a lot of these assets together for these packages based on themes, like a Santa's Castle theme or a gingerbread theme or a haunted house theme, and making that available for super cheap. So if there's interest in getting a package of assets, pictures, and maybe videos, then let me know. And maybe that's something that we can make available to save you some time, because I'm going to do the time. And if you don't want to do it too, then maybe I can help you out. So there you go. That's how you save in After Effects a picture for reuse later.